Well, I think you said it better than I could. I think she does do those things. She's playful. She's a little dangerous. She's, I wouldn't say naive at all, but less sophisticated maybe than Adam and Eve. I think it's very important to me when she calls them snobs, because they are snobs in a way, and you know, they are. But then again, if you lived for 1,000 years and saw like humanity devolving, you might feel it's snobbish as well. But you know, she's very important as a sort of counter to them, and as a kind of younger spirit too. And she doesn't obey, and she acts like a little child, running and jumping in bed with them, and so she's sort of all of those things that you said better than I did.
Jim, I enjoy the film, and especially the selection of music. And I'm very intrigued by this selection because it reflects, you know, it's very wide, the range of music, from some obscure 50s vintage records to kind of garage or post-punk music, and even the exotic oriental tunes. So does it reflect your personal interest in music, and especially in the new opportunities we all enjoy through YouTube, which is mentioned a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, it partly reflects the fact that there's such a wide range of incredible forms of music that certainly is of interest to me. So, yeah, it's reflective of that range. It's only a part of that range. The film can only use a certain amount of music. And the music created for the film is very kind of liquid and molten in a way. It is not necessarily, well, I don't know how to describe it, but it seemed appropriate for the kind of feeling of the film. And Adam himself is a musician, so there's, you know, the music key. We see him making music as well. But I'm always shocked by the limited range of musical styles used in cinema, especially American films, especially commercial Hollywood films. Seems like they just buy the music by the yard. You know? It seems like they use the same 5 scores over and over and over again. And when you see, wow, what kind of music is available and made all around this planet, it's very strange to me that what's in movies is often very limited. This isn't always true, because some great non-American films and American films use great music. But still, it seems like not as wide a range being used as could maybe make films stronger.
I think I was just remembering this leap of the imagination that we all took when we were preparing the film, of trying to grasp what it would be like to have lived for that length of time and to have access to that back catalogue of music, all the things that they have in their houses. And I think, you know, it made us question how hidebound we all are encouraged to be in terms of our generation, our time, or our decade. And once you imaginatively release yourself from that, it's, you know, you get a kind of free fall into imagining what it is to be, in my case, 3,000 years old, in Adam's case, 500, where Schubert is that guy I talked to the other day. That whole feeling of span, that, you know, it's a heavy feeling, but once you start to chew on that root, and you get used to it, which is where we were at while we were shooting, it gives you this amazing feeling of being able to sample not only decades but centuries. And I think that generally speaking, we don't encourage ourselves to do that. But you know what? We can. And somebody who's really helping us do that is YouTube, of course. We can go back there thanks to YouTube, not only in terms of music, of course, but also in terms of lectures. And we can really forget that we're only living now, or we're only looking at what the latest colour supplement told us was the in thing this week. What did you
Also,
say?
yeah, and also it's really mind-boggling to think that in 60 years ago, there was half as many people on this planet. So the population has doubled since like 1950. So imagine if you lived in, 1650, or it's just so, I don't know.